Dear Sir, I wish to complain about the hideous number of erroneous statements presenting themselves as facts that were written in your publication's article recently on the increase in road traffic along the B427. You quoted Councillor Jenkins as saying that the increased traffic that the new road would bring would help the local economy along the stretch of town, and furthermore would ensure that the new social housing, part of this government's god-awful attempt to ensure that the working classes all have a garden, though one can only speculate to as why, would greatly benefit the local economy of the village of Little Frampton. However, I believe, as do a great many other notable citizens, that this scheme would only encourage vermin, rats and other assorted vile creatures to gather in large numbers along the areas such as the Green, and possibly rodents too. Yours faithfully, with the deepest respect, Mr. George Wallasey, Esquire.
Mother always told me that I had a splendid voice. In fact, I sing in opera.
Regarding a rebuttal from Mr. Wellesley in your publication Tuesday last of this parish's council's plan to unanimously approve the bypass of the B427 through the village, I can only reply that Mr. Wellesley is unaware of the extra investment that such a scheme will bring to the coffers of the council, which has already been earmarked for several improvement projects, including the erection of a new play area for the growing numbers of families within the conurbation, none of which are vermin, I assure him. Faithfully, Councillor Jenkins.
A lady friend of mine one day thought it would be a joke to walk into a restaurant and have a little smoke. She smoked a little cigarette just like a suffragette.
Dear Sir, in regards to Councillor Jenkins' response to my letter dated the 4th, I stress that I am aware of the extra investment that the proposed bypass will bring to the local economy. However, whether the good citizens of this fair village will benefit from the aforementioned investment is another matter entirely, especially given certain members of the council in the past have always certainly accepted what I can only term as brown envelopes in exchange for certain managerial perks. Yours faithfully, etc., etc.
For they thought that he must really be old Hallie's comet tail, and they won't know who it really was for months and months and months. No, they won't get wise to who it was for months and months and months. I bought an aeroplane myself, and I'm going to fly it once.
Dear Sir, the latest reply from Mr. Wellesley scours the depths of good taste and fair play. He is now suggesting that an unspecified colleague within the council chambers is in the habit of accepting what can only be implied as a bribe. May I be as good as to inquire to Mr. Wellesley exactly who this accused colleague is, and what proof he has in regards to this? Sincerely, Councillor Jenkins.
Sir, the esteemed Councillor Jenkins now seems fit to ask me for proof of corruption within the council chambers. I can only respond by assuring the councillor that and the good readers of your publication that I have it on good authority from a former colleague of his that this is true. Also, this may only be an unsubstantiated opinion, but as this is the 20th century, the modern times, the year of our Lord 1953, my opinion is valid and should be respected just as much as facts, be they right or wrong. Sincerely, etc., etc.
Sir, I believe that I have made myself clear in regards to the letter campaign that Mr. Wellesley has seen fit to engage in, and I shall simply leave the matter there, consider it closed, and furthermore add that Mr. Wellesley is quite clearly a bonehead. Forgive my vulgarity, but if he doesn't wish to be offended by the term, he is of course free to not read it.
Sir, etc., etc. To Councillor Jenkins, whatever.
Wellesley, idiot.
Dear Sir, having engaged in ill-fated arguments through this publication in this manner these many weeks, I write to inform Councillor Jenkins that he wins. Whoop-de-doo, sir. You have beaten me into submission with your wit and clever repartee. I shall bother you no more. I wish only to ask that you leave me in peace as I seek to recover from the malaise that you have placed me in because of this pointless ordeal. Yours, with tail well and truly between my legs, George Douglas Wellesley, Esquire.
Sir, with regard to the recent correspondence between Messrs. Wellesley and Jenkins. Mr. Wellesley? Are you okay, hon?
Sir, with the recent addition to the conversation of a Miss Berkshire, I can only say that her concern moves me, and I enclose a crude sketch of a heart with a pair of arms encircled around it.